Right then, I've got him. He's the legend. He's known as CompreHend. He's a geezer. He's a lyricist, in my opinion. The way he spits lyrics is you're going to hear about it. You're going to hear about it in a minute. And he's joining me right on the show right now. CompreHend, brother, how are you doing? You're muted. You're muted, bruh. Oh, look at that.
Sorry,
bigged him up and everything on air.
It's this whole new Zoom error and all of this stuff, mate. It's catching me off guard. But
No
thank
probs,
you for that
bruh.
Introduction. That was beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome, mate.
Is
So-
spot on.
So come on, tell us about you. Where have you come from? Come on.
So I'm half Dutch and half British. So I've been living in the UK since about '99. I used to live out on the outskirts of Leicestershire, in a place called Barlston. I now live in Highfields in Leicester City. Yeah, man, I've been making music about 5 years, and
Have you always been in the rap game?
yeah, it's always been rap. I'm trying to branch out a bit now and do some melodies and some stuff like that. But it's always been rap. I was a big fan of like 90s hip hop, old school lyricism, that sort of thing. So yeah, it's always been hip hop. I started freestyling with my friends and they were sick rappers. Shout out Black Knight, JC, Forbidden Author, them kind of guys. But yeah,
where were you emceeing and where were you doing? Were you doing it on like underground scenes or were you doing it at like Speaks? Where was that?
Not even, man. So to start with, it was just freestyling in my mate's bedroom, like on weekends. Yeah. And then it's only been the past 5 years I've really tried to take it seriously. But since then, yeah, it's just been like radio sets and in people's garages and like underground radio and that sort of stuff.
And how has it been since, setting the gauntlet down for yourself? Like you say, 5 years ago, you decided, you know what, I'm going to do it. How has it been in the 5 years? How's your journey been?
It's a lot of ups and downs, you know how the music game is. But I'd say this year has already been one of the best years for me musically. I took a year and a half off, so I've not released a solo project since I think mid 2019, and that was called Doing Me. So I took a year and a half off, just try and perfect my sound, perfect my brand a bit, try and make it all a bit more squeaky clean. So
and what did you do? What did you do in that year and a half then? What have you used? What have you done to zen yourself to get to where you are?
I've done a lot of trying out different styles, stuff like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm obsessed with music. So all I like wake up and think about is music. All I plan throughout my days is how to do music related stuff. So
Nice.
yeah, other than that, like I try and travel. So I try and get out of the country as much as I can and try and go and see other places. And I find I get inspiration from, what I see in the world. So the more places I see, the more different gems I bring to myself, I guess.
So do you tend to perform while you're traveling as well, or do you just literally travel and write?
I performed a couple times when I was in Australia. That was like before I was a rapper. I just had experimented with some bars and did a little performance in a club and stuff like that. But yeah, since then, the only other place I've performed was Thailand. I did a couple shows at some bars in Thailand.
Whereabouts in Thailand?
Bangkok. They were like little bars. I was with like a group of people like touring, and I always bring my memory stick, man. You better believe it. I've always got my memory stick.
Legend.
So as soon as we get to a bar, my tour guide was like, "Would you like to try and perform here?" And I was like, "Yeah, man." So he spoke to whoever and managed to get me a couple sets here and there. I got free drinks for the night and stuff like that. So it was pretty good.
Brilliant. Right. The name CompreHend, where did that come from?
I can't take any credit for that. That fully came from my mate Tom. I was originally called, shout out Tom. I was originally called Motion, and that was more or less because my best mate was called Movement, and I looked up to him, so it made sense. But no, he came at me one day and he was like, "Well, your name's Hendrik, so why don't you call yourself CompreHend? And all your like raps have like some sort of meaning."
Yes.
Yeah, man. And I was like, "Tom, you're a fucking genius, man. You're a genius." So.
I can't believe I didn't even see that, to be honest with you. I cannot believe it. Right, this track that it's not even out yet, is it, this track?
No, it's an exclusive for you, man.
Yes, it is, brother. Yes, I love exclusives, Dips. You know I do as well. Right, so the track itself is called I'm Gonna Win. What's the story behind it, mate?
Yeah. So it was a period in time where my music was going great. Things were looking up in most areas, but I was still getting a lot of hate from people. So I wrote that track almost as like an ode to people not to give up on their dreams, and to not listen to the haters and that sort of thing, and to just pursue what you love, man, and the rest will sort itself out.
And what's coming up next then after this? I know you haven't dropped this. You're dropping this is it in about 10 days time, something like that?
Yeah, 29th, man. Yeah, so 11 days. Yeah,
11 days
exactly.
time. It's going to be available on all platforms across all
platforms.
digital platforms. So you just type it in CompreHend. The track's called "I'm Gonna Win." What's coming up next though? Once you release this, where are you going after that?
Well, I'm leaving it up to the fans. You see, I'm sat on so much material at the minute. I'm just trying to see what people want to hear. I've got a song about COVID. I've got some funny songs like taking the mick out myself, songs about girls, like all sorts. So I've got like a wide variety.
Drop an EP then, brother. That sounds like you need to drop an EP.
Do you know what? I understand that, Andy. Yeah, but people have the attention span of a goldfish these days. So I don't know if they can handle it. They'll listen to one track and then like it will be banging, but they'll be like, "No, I want like some Jay-Z now. I want something else." And it's like, no, sit tight and listen.
So you're just gonna tease us and dropping little carrots here and there.
For now, and then as soon as people want the big cake, they'll get it. But
right, fine. Where can we find you on social media? Have you got a big social media presence?
I wouldn't say huge. I'm getting that. I know what I'm doing now. So
you're growing. You're on the grow.
I'm growing. I'm being a lot more creative with it and stuff. But you can find me at CompreHend Official everywhere except Twitter at CompreHend 101. And yeah, man, check me out on Spotify. CompreHend. Lots of music coming this year, and yeah, it's going to be sick.
Is this track out to pre-save, or is it literally on the 29th?
Yes,
it's out.
You could pre-save it on my Insta at CompreHend Official. I just want to say shout out to my mum for locking in as well because I know she's listening.
Big love to you. What's your mum's name?
Helene.
Helene, massive love going out to Helene. You've raised a lovely lad here, and he's a star. He's going places, Helene. I'm promising you, he really is.
Thank you, my bro. But yeah, I've got a festival booked for the 28th of August. It's called Kaya Speaks in Northampton. The link
Whereabouts?
is on my website. I'm not 100% sure. You know, it's their 10th anniversary, and it's my first year being invited up to it. So I'm not 100% sure of how it's like, but it's like an open-minded festival. There's going to be bubbles and stuff, so it's all going to be COVID safe and whatnot. But yeah, man, I'm just looking forward to performing live again. It's been too long.
CompreHend, brother. I wish you all the best. If I can get down to that gig, I will. Mate, would you like to introduce the preview here on BBC Radio Leicester that you're allowing me to have? Your debut, your single right now here on BBC Leicester, brother. Thank you for coming on the show, by the way.
No, thank you, Andy. I appreciate it. Yes, people, it's CompreHend. You know what it is. It's 2021. Right now, you're about to hear I'm Gonna Win. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you for coming on the show, brother. Big love.
Love, Andy. Take care, brother.
Just the end of that. It's so genuine. And he's going to go places. He really is. CompreHend, that's I'm Gonna Win. It's out to pre-save now, and you can actually download it in 11 days' time. So it's the 29th of January.
Andy Pierce.
BBC